Hi, this is One from Decay Sims, and welcome to part 2 of this exciting world tour. Enjoy! Let's now check out this city. The first thing I made in it is this building here, which I've called the ICTEP building, which is ICT and Elytra Platform Corporation for ICT specialists and base jumpers. And it's the tallest skyscraper in this world so far. And then I made the observatory, which is an observatory shaped like a tree, which up by these spaceships is got these glass domes where you chill out inside and view the city. And to get up there, I've used a flying machine elevator. Then beside that one, this looks like an apartment block, and it is. This is an apartment block. And then over here is a swimming complex, which I'll call the humongous swimming complex because each level has a different theme to it. Like, see, this one is all white and pristine, and this has a spa bath, warning, annoying ticking sound included. Yeah, we can all relate to that sound. And at this next level, you can see it's now purple. It's now got a purple theme to it, with this lazy river type pool. And then further up has this more mossy styled room with little pools. And that's where I've pretty much got with that pool. And right here is a massive hole. This is going to be a diving drop type thing, where you can drop from the top of the building right down to the bottom of the building. And down here is where you get to the bottom levels, which I haven't started building yet. But you can see the redstone for the spa bath. Also in the city, you see there's these jungle trees with chandeliers dangling from them. These are purely decorative features in the city. Some more skyscrapers, like this one. This is a multi-story building, which is a huge library. And then this building here, which isn't really a building at the moment, it's just a skeleton part, will be a hospital. And I'm in the process of making a multi-story elevator using command blocks and some of that magic. And underneath the hospital is meant to be a whole lot of car parks that goes right down this low here. And you can see I put boats on the bottom of the elevators to prevent burn damage if you're in survival. And you get back to the top by going up these elevators here. Like so. Now I've laid out some other skyscrapers here and there, but that's pretty much it for the city. Except for this little central garden type thing. Just the walkways around it and roads. Let's now check out these spaceships. So all these spaceships I've made are designs that I came up with. I haven't taken them from any pre-existing spaceships like the USS Enterprise, for example. And it even has a working interior as well. My in-real-life friends have been on this world, and Fralent, one of them, has said to me that walking through here feels like being in a TARDIS because of how compact I've made these corridors. If I go into spectator mode, you can see that. I've made them super compact. So when you go up this way, you come to the bridge on this side here. This is a central command point. This is basically where you control the spaceship from. And the headquarters up there. And on the other side, the teleportation room. That's where people who get teleported from the surface end up. And then you've got a zero gravity chamber. A chamber with artificial zero gravity, where you float around in the room. And then on the other side is my version of the holodeck, the hallucination experience. This is a small room, but it has screens on all sides of the walls, so it will then feel like an infinite sized room. Back down at this point, this route goes up to some quarters, and then the other entrance will end up at that top part with the hallucination experience and the zero-G chamber. But this other way here will go to other parts of the spaceship. So up here, we'll go up to some quarters up here. And then when you go this way, here's the doctor's suite. This is where you go when you're injured or something like that. Small quarters. And then up here is a restaurant. This is where you have food and stuff. And have a view at that window there. And carrying on down this way, down here is the prison cells. This is where people go when they're naughty. And then there's some quarters here for the security officers. And then continuing down this way is engineering. This is the engine for the spaceship. This is what drives the spaceship. And these redstone lines are decorative. They don't serve any purpose. And then down the other way, that leads back to the prison cells. Up this way is the cinema. This is where you watch movies and stuff with a 40-fridge cinema, which is map rules. I'm eventually going to draw a picture on MS Paint and then import that into Minecraft. But for now, it's just the repetitive maps. And then further down, the storage bay. This is where you store stuff. It's got 2 layers. And then you end up back down to the start. That's to some more quarters. And this goes back down the other side. Back down to the exit here. Here's the Pterodactyl, which is an alien spaceship of an alien race called the Gemifry. And in this spaceship, you've got something similar. This way you've got the bridge, again the central command post, and some headquarters up there. And there's some more quarters up these stairs here. And then the elevator, in quotes, because this is just a ladder. On this first layer here, you've got some war quarters. And you've got engineering here. Again, the redstone is decorative. And it uses a different design for the warp core, which is what they've called. And some more quarters here. And then on the bottom layer, or bottom in quotes, the storage bay here has only one layer this time. And some more quarters there. A small restaurant, not as big as the Monarch Dragon, but it's still where you have food. Then the doctor suite. Again, that's where you go when you're injured and stuff. Then on the end here is the prison cells. Again, when you're naughty, you go up here. And some quarters next to it for the security officers. And then down here, that's the ground entrance. Some more quarters. And then the game court. This is sort of a volleyball sort of court. The space doors, which belongs to an alien race called the Mozals. This spaceship is unique to the other two, previous two, because most of it is water-based. Most of it's underwater. Because Mozals are water creatures, mainly. But they do walk perfectly well on land as well. So this way, up here, you've got the teleportation room. And then up here, you've got some more quarters. Go back down to some prison cells. Some more quarters. And then here's the doctor suite. That's pretty much it for this side. So let's go on the other side. So up there is a swimming chamber where you can swim around and do stuff. Up this way is another set of quarters. And then around here, there's a restaurant, again where you have food. And down here is the ground exit. This way you come to this section here, the access to the central command post or the bridge. And the headquarters is up here. The way to get down there and the way to get up is up here. And you go back down just by dropping down. And then a storage bay up here. Again, that's all that there is there. And then down here is the engine room. And I use the conduit as the warp engine, which works very well. Some more quarters there. And this way you come to some more quarters. Some more quarters there. If you go up here, you come to some more quarters again. And down to some more quarters. Here's the Protoceptor, belonging to an alien race called the Proteomans. And this is just an interceptor, so it's not very big. So you've got engineering there, some quarters there, and the bridges over here. And that's basically it for this spaceship. The Cataprise, belonging to an alien race called the Virocats. And this is sort of like the first two spaceships, it's just airspace corridors. So here's the storage and pod bay. And a beautiful garden on a spaceship. A zero-G chamber with artificial zero gravity. And then over here is engineering, which has an entrance up on the other layer as well. And where you've been naughty, you go over here. And then up these stairs, you go to the second layer. Up here is the bridge, the central command post. Again, with some headquarters up there. Some quarters over here. And then a small restaurant down here. Again, that's where you eat and stuff. And then you go down this way to some more quarters. Another entrance to that zero-G chamber. Another entrance to engineering. Finally, we've got the Doppler tweets, belonging to an alien race called the Dubrebirds. And this one's also unique. So up here, you've got a bridge over here, and the HQ headquarters up there, as per usual. And a teleporter chamber over here. Then over here, we've got some more quarters up there. And then here's engineering. Got a small restaurant here. And now, this is where you see the uniqueness of this. So you come down here, but the gravity usually is centered in the center of the spaceship. So down here, everything's upside down. So down there is the floor, and I'm actually standing on the roof. So you've got the prison cells here, again where people are naughty. And then down here some quarters. But because gravity is switched, those are the stairs that you go up when you're upside down. And you've got another bridge down the bottom layer. And another teleportation chamber here. And the headquarters are down there. And down here's the entrance. That's upside down. So that's now all the spaceships. Let's now check out this bridge part here. So this bridge will cross this lake here, which I manually built. This wasn't already here. And it's got sort of a creeper face in the centre of it. And on one side, I've got a beach with that's a parking lot around this walkway with semi-customized spruce trees. And on the other side, this is sort of a mesa beach with a mesa plateau. This used to be one of those shattered savanna cliff faces, but I converted the outside to this clay here, so if I break one of this, you can see there's stone behind it. Here's the subdivision. All houses use this stripy pattern going on, and some block combinations work better than others as well. And also, all of the houses have swimming pools next to them as well. Like this one has a swimming pool on the decking, while this one is in another room underground, sort of right there. This house also has a swimming pool on some decking as well. However, for these two houses, the sandstone one and this end-based one, the swimming pool is actually a separate complex down here. You can see I've made this underground swimming area with some diving boards and some vegetation, bit of vegetation. And then this house here is a swimming pool on the outside as well, while this one's indoors in one of these rooms over here. This building here has a swimming pool up the top here inside of this red dome here, and this house is the house that I featured in my Minecraft Classic video, as you probably recognize here. This house has a swimming pool down there, and this house has sort of a similar setup for the swimming pool as well. Well, this house, the swimming pool's over here. I'm going to provide a download to this world so you can check out these houses in more detail. Finally, if you follow this road, you come to my biggest roller coaster in this world. This roller coaster will go everywhere. It will go around this area, and it separates into different parts. Like this one is the part with lava and fire. This area down here is where I spent my time when making my update video back in July. And over here is the bridge area, which bridges between the fire and lava part and the water part that's over here. And as you can see, the stadium's pretty much visible over here as well. And I've even made an underwater tunnel as well over here, and a floating island. And it will go to a cave part. And then later on, I've made this gigantic hole. So I cleared out this massive space here, and I'm going to convert this into a netherworld on the overworld. And this is sort of half size because that bedrock ceiling you see is 64 blocks from 0 instead of 128, like the actual netherworld. I cleared out this space using a combination of TNT and the Bling Edit tool made by Seth Bling. That's it for this world tour. If you've enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. See ya!